Welcome to the beginning of the end of the beginning. Wait, let me explain quickly. With the empire in productions that I've created here in Farming Simulator 2025, they have come with some problems. First of which is I'm running out of productions to place in FS25, whether it be default or modded, apart from the supermarket production mod, which adds an entirely whole new route of productions, which, I don't know, let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking of adding that one specifically in my next playthrough in the Settlers map by Sector Simulators. It's even got a production placement area. It looks so good and I can't wait for it. But our temple is nearly done. I can't wait. It's been so long. I think it's the 8th or maybe the 9th year or season, however you want to think about it, through this game. All survival, nothing has been cheated in at all. I have been as fair to the survival as possible, if not unfairly towards myself in terms of money or whatever it may be. Second of all, I'm also running out of room on the map for, let's say, activities. I say that because I'm not just running out of space to place more things, but I'm running out of arable fields to actually plant more crops in. So as we get stuck into the last harvest season here and trying to finish off that temple, join me for the ride, along with filling up my productions for the very last time, how I've got it all set up, how I'm managing everything, and how everything is done, pretty much. So, yeah, let's get stuck into it. I can't wait for it to finish everything off. G'day and welcome to the end of May and the beginning of harvest season. We have an entire map to harvest this year. It's going to be absolutely insane. But first of all, we need to water our 2 short grain rice fields as well as our 2 long grain rice fields right here at midnight. So let's go ahead and do that right meow. Skip on over to midnight so we can get them done. So far, they've only missed out on about 9 hours of water because I'm a dum-dum. Spawn at that Crawfish Production to get nice and close to the pump. 1 and 2. So there's half of the rice fields done right there. And then we've got another one right here. And the last one is just over the river, close to the town. A little more difficult to get to, but it was either transfer this one into my newest vine yard or the field over here. Ooh, lucky I didn't fall into that one this time. Or into this one here. So this was a previous rice field of mine, which I have changed over just recently, actually, in the last, say, week or so, to be some more grapes and olives and that. Not so much olives, but I really do and have been enjoying the grapes. So let's just zoom on over. I say wake up at about 8. That should maybe okay. And I'm sure I'm going to be missing a lot of stuff, which will be in the description below as well as the mod list. And anything I may have forgotten will be in the pinned comment, etc., all that sorts of good jazz. I'm using the G27 steering wheel. I know it's a little bit old, but it works for me. Use the shifter to like lower tools and activate stuff. It's really well laid out, I think. Took some time in doing it, but first thing is first. We have stuff to harvest. So I've got grass fields over here on 38 and 39 and a little bit on 77, along with my concrete factory and debris crusher. I've got another sawmill, my bunker, etc. But today we have the spinach field to harvest, as well as my 3 combined fields for the barley. And I've only ever done everything default before doing anything slightly unrealistic. And I say that because if this thing right here is able to do spinach, I'm gonna be a happy camper. So let's just drop this off, turn that off. Let's just go to the shop. I think that might be the easiest way for me to find where it is. Yes, it does do spinach. That's awesome sauce. Potato, spinach. And this one does the carrot, the beetroot, the parsnip, the peas, and the spinach. The only one I don't have is green beans. That's the only one I'm missing out on that's actually planted so far that you will see me harvest. Just nothing really production-wise gets made apart from the jarred green beans, so I don't really find it worth my time almost. But this is the second time I'm harvesting spinach. So the first time I did it default, and then the other way I am doing it slightly more unrealistic, 10 meters. Ooh, this is a 4 meter. It's gonna be a while. I think just for this episode, we get it just slightly done faster. As we all know, harvesting spinach takes a long time. But let's lease that one. I don't know. I'm just thinking I should have bought it, but maybe not. All right, let's start this up and possibly wash it, to be honest. It's a little dirty. Let's just squeeze our long, skinny butt through there. Awesome. This thing's really quite dirty. Colossus. Absolutely fantastic mod. Specifically not for the widths, but for the capacities. A lot of things, specifically the root crops, are insane with their yields, and it just allows so much more freedom in terms of workers and all that sorts of stuff, especially when you've got several on like I think I had 6 on 6 different fields last season, which was absolutely insane. Let's give this a quick wash. Yes, it does slow everything down and all that, but that's fine. You should turn it off. It's a bit loud, but that's okay. It's a real good piece of machinery. Just gives a bit more relaxation in terms of carting everything around when you've got so many workers doing said things. There we go. Awesome. Let's get this on down to the shop. And it's nothing super unrealistic. I think it's got the medium engine. Anything more than that I find is just too overpowered. And yes, I have built this road. I'm going to show you absolutely everything I possibly can, which is what I've done so far. So we'll just run on down here, and if the fog starts getting a bit annoying, I can just go into console and just remove it if it doesn't clear up fast enough, which we are only on 0.5, so let's skip that up a little bit. Just real time is a-okay by me. Let's see if we can zip around here. Where are you? There you are. Let's get on in here and yoinkaroo that. So what I might do is I might do like a short map tour around the edge, because we kind of need to go that way anyway. Meep, I'm a motorist. Hang on, where's my horn? Yeah, good horn. Meep. So let's just go around here. So I've got my poplar field, which I did plant annoyingly default way, and then realized wood chips came from the sawmill. That was a very, 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 very long time ago. Rice field. I've got potato field here to our right. We've got some sorghum here off to our left, times 2. So we've got 2 of those over there. Yeah, I might as well go all the way around. I normally cut through there and use my placed bridge, just so I don't have to go all the way around the universe. But I'll do it just to show everyone what we're kind of working with. So I'm pretty sure that's still the potato field on our right. No, it's not. That's the cotton field. This one here is the parsnip or the red beet. I can't remember. As the carrot field is the one behind the farm. Then we have a very small soybean field, which I might as well have planted. I couldn't really join it over as it doesn't really work too well. But hey, you get what you can, and I'm running out of arable fields, which is why I haven't placed down that supermarket production mod. as I've had to get an alternate mod just to allow me to use more arable fields and different types of crops to get flour, like canola into flour. Got the soybean factory right there. And then we've got parsnips. No, that's the peas, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the peas. And then to our right is where we need to be. This is the spinach field. So we'll get this guy on a worker because I need spinach for the salad production, or one of the salad productions. So let's see if we can get this guy going, or this lady going. 9.9, let's start you there. You should be a-okay. Get it all folded out. Oh, that looks so good. And zip goes through, in, oh, around. The animations on this is just absolutely fantastic. It really is. Up, over, and in. And thank God the workers don't have crop destruction, because I've always played exactly with these settings on. There we go. I'll just go here and there. These two here were on when I started, but they got really repetitive and I just removed them because they kind of got annoying. Disaster destruction has always been on visuals, only for the fact that when I first started this, disasters weren't exactly user-friendly. They'd destroy crops, you'd have to do all sorts of stuff to fix it, and then even then it wasn't really a guaranteed fix. So let's get on over to the map and get into my harvester that I'm pretty sure is on park. Yep, let's turn park off. Where is the hooky uppy? There it is on the other side. So this is another Colossus. Nothing unrealistic. The header is what you see is the length or the width, whatever you want to call it. Nothing too bad. And the harvester itself has got a capacity of 50,000, so nothing too bad. As well as it having the crawler tracks and not the highest engine. So I've got the second highest engine, because any more than that's just, I think, too much. So she's really dirty as well. I like to give everything at the start of a season a nice good fix before we do anything else. Paint, I really don't care too much about, as well as giving it a nice good clean. Let's get in these hydraulics and all the bits and bobs, because hydraulics and rocks do not mix. They do not mix, and neither do rocks and tracks, really. Or does it just pulverize the rocks, turn it to dust? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Get rid of all that dirt. Nice. Kind of got annoying because sometimes I wasn't cleaning it long enough and it wasn't showing clean, and I'm like, why? It looks clean. And then I installed this info mod down the bottom right and it works so much better. So let's just get all in there where it joins up. We don't want any dirt or foreign contaminants in our grain. Put that one on. No, put that one on back. Thank you very much. Now, I really need to install that look vehicle enter mod. I know that's not the best explanation, but hopefully you know what I mean. Going past our rice field, that's our potato field still. I have got beehives all over the shop, especially around the canola, the sunflower, and the potatoes. I'm pretty sure are the three of them, to increase their yield, as well as a whole load of modded beehives, because I wasn't able to place down enough Langstroth hives, the default base game ones, because they don't produce enough honey to satisfy my cereal factory. So we've got the soybeans there. I can't go too fast, otherwise the header trailer will flick out, and I do have the crop destruction on. My OCD will not allow any of that to happen. It's not happening. No, which is also why doing the spinach harvester the way I'm doing it, 10 meters is a bit too much. I'd rather prefer maybe 6 or maybe even 8. Something double the original size of 4 would definitely be more my style. But at least he should, or she should, work that on out nice and quick. So we'll get another worker on getting this one done. Let's not hit that rock. And then we can probably get this snuck into there somewhere. Excellent. While we're waiting, we can knock that post over and fold out. Oh, I was folding, I just couldn't see. I was paying attention to not running over the crops. Top-down view. Yeah, my eyesight is definitely not the greatest. Yeah, let's... Hang on, I'm getting confused. Where are we going? Back steering, this way. Come on, Sharpie, what are you doing? Let's get the header, please. Yes, doink. Thank you, that'll work. Excellent. Fold that up. Drop it on down with my shifter. Turn it on. Let's get that worker at least into the field. Here we go. They usually like going counterclockwise, unfortunately, with the pipe on the outside. But he might be nice and actually go out to the left. It looks like he might do. Very, very nice. Let's go on back to the farm. That's the first tractor you start with. Yes, I still have it. Let's just spawn here, right next to the cereal factory. Monstrosity of a building it is, behind my TMR facility. Good old tractor. Bought most of my items actually on sale, funny enough. And this is probably the most unrealistic item I have in the entire game. It's a Colossus trailer, which is extremely dirty, as always, with 250,000 litres of capacity. So it certainly does the job, especially when you have the 6 workers just doing everything. You can just cart everything and just take everything wherever you want. A lot easier. It just saves me personally time. So let's go a different way. Where are you guys going? I'm going to cut through because you're going to stop. Thank you so kindly. Beep, beep. I'm a motorist. And... the horns in this game on the default vehicles need to be buffed. They need a... you know what I mean? But we've got our canola field. The largest field I have, I'll just stop in the middle of the road because I can. I combined 6 and 7 to get the canola. And then this year I got an extra one on 12 full of canola to help kind of pump through some of the flour. So this time we can go through and I can use that little bridge that I've just almost recently placed. Just to kind of stop going all the way around the universe, as I've said. So let's just go through here. Nice green, luscious rice fields. And our potatoes, which... Are they done? They might actually be done. I'll have to double check. They kind of look done. Maybe it didn't show up on the ready to harvest because they need to be... The foliage needs to be removed until it is quote-unquote ready for harvest. And if you're looking at the maintenance in the bottom right on the vehicle, that is entirely the trailer, as I once again bought it on sale and it had a lot of damage to it already, but not really much point fixing it, to be honest. Can't wait to get the soybeans done because I think my soybean factory is starting to run out. Oh, this fog, I think, is getting a bit much. Let's just go like this for a little bit. I reckon when I get some time, I'll just jump into the console and show you just the 2 commands you really need to get rid of the fog if you've got access to it. Many tutorials how to get access to the console if you're on PC. So here we go. He should be A-OK. Or she, it looks like, I'm pretty sure. To do that, and then I'm probably going to stop right about here, as I'll need to empty that barley out. That should be a-okay, and maybe there might be enough in that one. I don't know. Just in case, what I might do is get my TMR mixer. Not that one, please. That one. Enter. Might get this bad boy down. I won't zoom out just yet and show you. Here we go. Coming on out. There we go. That's the goat to our left. And then obviously we've got the chickens to our left. Oh, this has been absolutely fantastic. This mod, I can't remember any of them, has been great. You just extend the pipe, turn the engine on, and it will just do it. You can put it on the back of lorries. It is very, very heavy once full, but it works awesome. Just to top off the chicken, because I can't get a bigger building. Oh, it'll work even with the engine off. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. I did not know that. I did not know that. So let's get this on down. Oh, it's full of TMR. Oh, okay. So let's dump at the back, because I've got it to dump on the side. Otherwise, it'll hit the roof when dumping for the cows and that. So let's just get rid of this, and I'll get this guy on a worker to go down and possibly help take the barley out if needed, because I know the soybean factory takes barley. Hopefully I can get to it. Create job. Go to... I think about Yoy. About Yoy should be okay. That might do it. Yeah. Nope. Damn traffic. The traffic on this and the traffic lights have been the bane of my existence so far. I think I've only gotten maybe 1 or 2 green lights in the entire playthrough. Oh, come on, traffic. That's it. No. 2 in a row, sorry. Not happening. Try again. There we go. Traffic on off. Did I turn it back on again? I don't remember. No. Now it's back on again. So that should get him going, working. Awesome. Let's just flick over here. He's on 54%. That's not too bad. Yes, I still have the very first tractor you start with in Hutan Pantai. I actually use it as a milk trailer, funny enough, to cart cow milk and the buffalo milk, which is really quite useful. Where is... There it is. Awesome. I'm not too sure if this has been showing this entire time, but they are empty. Yes, I know. And that's because I really want to show you as much as I can, with as much sense as I can. I know that doesn't make sense. Try and explain the productions and how they work as clearly as possible. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Let's just move this one over here. Cool, cool, cool. So we'll need to get the... Completed their task. What's completed their task? Has the spinach finished? Oh, is he not? That's why. I'm not flicking to it because he's on park. Yes, he is. Have you missed anywhere? Remove foliage. No, potatoes are not ready for harvest, which is fine by me. He's missed a little bit behind us, so let's just go and get that quickly and get this spinach into the processed food factory to get spinach bags made up and distributed over to the salad factory. Yoink! And I'm pretty sure there was a dot. OCD won't allow it. Onto the right. So that's not too bad. 85,000 litres. Not the worst, not the best. That should hopefully be enough to make some, even though I've got a lot of ingredients for all that anyway. We should be able to drive on back to the processed food while one worker drives to what's the name, which I don't think we need him anymore, but that's fine. We can just get him to drive back. It was just in case we needed him, and we're obviously not worried about money at all. So that's one cut out of the 2 possible cuts we can get on spinach. The next one will be in September, so we'll get another 85 then, which is rather nice. So here's a better look at the vineyard. Ooh, hit a rock. We're good, nothing happened. Best driver. Hang on. Safety first. Safety first. Don't run over anything, Sharpie. There we go. I like the cab, how open it is and how big the window is good, because my eyesight is absolutely terrible. So this definitely helps a lot. And you might be wondering about all the roads if I haven't mentioned already, but that is actually a mod, funny enough, called Roads. And that actually has, and I quote from the mod itself, a spline or splice for the AI to work on and to follow and to use it. So it's actually really rather helpful. Let's just get all that in there, and then let's get into the preserved food factory. Yes, the list is rather long, and I'm pretty sure it was down the bottom. I also do have another mod that allows me to increase the productivity, which I don't think is too cheaty because it does up the cycles and the cost per month, but it just allows me to not have to place so many buildings down to do the one job to go through it all in a year, if that makes sense. As I said at the start, I am running out of room. So I've also got another mod that allows me to specify really well on what I want it to do. So keep means obviously it's not going to spawn, it's going to keep it internally, whatever it makes. Selling, obviously it'll sell it every hour. Distribution, it will distribute it onto the next production, which in this case is the specialized salad factory. And which one was it? It was this one. So I had the canned peas. So it might not be coming over because only active productions will allow me or allow the game to transfer products over to it. You'll have to check the mod list. There's so many different mods specifically to allow me to manage all of these productions. It's absolute insanity, absolute insanity. So that should keep them internally every time it makes it. There's 2 different ones, salad and salad premium. The ones I've got at the moment, make that one, and make that one. So it goes through quite a bit of mozzarella and goat's cheese and things like that, which I do or did have to get large greenhouses. And yes, the water, etc. does distribute all that sorts of stuff along with this, but don't go anywhere. It's still not enough. I only just filled all the waters up around the entire map yesterday, just so I didn't have to do it this time because it takes so long. It's absolute insanity. So let's do that. Gear 1, Gear 2 to do that one, funny enough. I think it might be a good idea to see if I can park this, strangely, down in here, just so I don't have to fight the way I did last time to get out of it. And that should be all for that one. I showed you the salad. He is full. Oh, awesome. Let's just go and run on over. Honestly, I might as well jump into this one. But I will definitely... yeah, no, he might struggle getting up the farm's hill. So let's just jump out of that, swap it over. I'd rather do things realistically than unrealistically, if at all possible. And this is definitely one of them. So let's just get on in here, get the red trailer. Red makes it go faster. We all know this. We all know this. Let's just get that out of there. And we can dump some of this barley quickly while he's finishing up in the soybean factory. The soybean factory already has 4,700, not like it uses a lot. It only uses 2 barley, some of that. None there and none there. Obviously, this is another production that uses water that's across the map. So it's quite worth having the distributor just not doing all of the water distribution, but just enabling me to not have to do it so often, because I had to do it at the start and the end of each day, along with picking up all the eggs, all the goat milk, all the wool. It just became a tedious, repetitive task. So I've got a couple of mods to just allow me to concentrate on a lot more other stuff more easily. As I've always done, everything default before what you see here. So don't get me wrong. Let's just chuck. Cool, that topped it off. That's excellent. We can save some of this barley for, I think there was maybe one other production. If not, I can turn the barley into some seeds, which, since I have 2 sawmills, a wood production is really good, because cutting down trees became very repetitive. Cool. Perfectamundo on that timing. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see if I can get the angle correct. And then we can probably leave this one on here for now. Oh, we're going to be able to unload it all. Oh, just. Can we? Probably not. No. That's all right. He can stay here for a while. Just got to remember there's some barley in here that we'll need to get rid of. There we go. Turn that engine off. Let's get this on a worker to dump at our home silo. Deliver. Lots of clicking on these ones, and I need to get the right silo. Not that one. That one. No looping. Just go there, dump it, and stay. Or finish. However you want to think about it. And of course, you're going through the city. And my dreaded traffic lights. Unless you're turning right here. You're turning right. You're turning right. You're turning? No. Yay for traffic lights. I'm just thinking, is it worth dumping this into the trailer while I'm there? Either way, I have to drive this back up to the farm. So I might as well, while it's here, regardless of capacity, I'm just using it to transport a small amount. So that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad at all, I don't think. And then I think just before we finish off, we can maybe start filling up any other production around, just to kind of show you a little bit more on what I've got going on in the background, because the harvesting season, this is the fun bit. The brainy part is the other bit. Oh, yes. Just fits. Awesome. So I can do that. I can fold that out, please, and I can fold this one up. Such a cool fold animation. Yes, very satisfying. Very satisfying. And drop. Good. Stay there. Good boy. Oh, no, don't turn the engine off, Sharpie. Turn the engine on. Engine needs to be on to go. Engine on makes car go. So, just because we're a little faster, we might get stuck behind the worker. I can jump over this little road, or this little bridge, which the AIs do actually use. You can actually kind of see under the water there's like a road there as well, so they do somehow use it. It's just somewhat quite rare. I can go this way, I guess. Either way, we'll meet up with that, but I showed you that bridge, and I've showed you quite a bit on the right side of it. There's oats up the top of the map. There's a lot of different things going on. I own pretty much most of all of the, well, most of, if not all, of the productions so far on the map. But I really want to get that supermarket production mod in. But the thing is with it is that it adds about 8 to 10 new buildings, which I honestly just don't have the space for, apart from the other farm, which you saw where we picked up the harvester from. It's just not really worth it. Just got the rice harvester over there where the old rice field used to be. Yeah, it's just gonna take all of the flour that it possibly could, really. I bet you we've beaten the worker to the farm because he's still stuck at traffic lights. But I love the harvest season, how good everything looks. So I'll definitely turn this fog off. It is getting a little bit much. So, well, oh, he beat us. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Let's see if I can jump in his cab before he turns the engine off. I can stop the worker there, that's fine. So I can drive myself. Pull him out of the way. I need to swap the tractors over because the red one is perfectly fine to pull that just around the flat area here to feed the buffaloes and the cows. We've got another great vineyard there, so that's really, really good. Turn the engine off. The absolute monster. Almost. My monster is the black one. It's got 824 horsepower. The second highest available to it. I think the highest one is like 1100, which is, I think, a bit too unrealistic, to be honest. Let's just get that on out of here. What might be an idea is getting some canola. Oh, nice reverse, Sharpie. Spot on there, dude. Absolutely spot on. And I had to place a road over this so the AIs could reuse it again. Wait. No, I need to get canola, yeah. I'll get that into the extended grain mill. Or at least see if I can get the robot to do it. It's in a really funky spot. And I say that you'll see quite shortly. Oh, where are you going, buddy? Are you going this way? These AIs are absolutely attracted to this ramp. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Thank you. Please don't do it. Please don't. Thank you. That right there is an underground storage mod that I use to combine all of the animals' manure together. So we can actually maybe even grab some of that and do that after this. But we'll watch him kind of wobble their way over to it. She must be Mary. And then this drop here is where it can go a little wrong, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Awesome. Like 99% of the time he makes it, or they make it. And dump, because we're about to get a lot more canola probably in the next, I think it's 2 months. I think it's August. There we go. And done. Cool. So let's see if we can swing her around. Grab the manure, because I probably need to make more fertilizer. Do I need more fertilizer? I'll start filling it up and I'll check the liquid manure dryer and see if it needs a little something quickly. Did I go past it? I think I went past it. Oh, no, I didn't. That's 1 day. That's literally 12 hours worth of manure right there. And that's picking up the cows. As you can see, manure is now at 0. The pigsty is at 0. The buffalo is also at 0. And the horse also at 0. All combined, absolutely fantastic. What I might do is I'll get him to deliver to my biogas just so it's out of the way. And it's really not that much, but I can show you. Where am I going? What's it called again? I cannot remember what one it is. BGA. CB. BGA Extreme. There it is. Yeah. Thank you very much. Go do that for me. Now we can see him kind of do the hunky-dory down here. Yep. You're missing the road. You're fine. You made it. And then I had to remove that tree because of that exact reason there. Every single time they'd clip it. I'd love to put it back, but yeah. And same with that little cherry blossom that starts there to the side of the road. I did and was able to replace that one, which was really, really good. So cool. While he's just driving down here, actually, you might as well have a look. And then when we're down there, we can look at the production. So I've got the multi-dairy right there just to help me pump through the productions or product. And then we've got the massive, massive one over there that we saw we drove into. We've got carrots in front of us, 2 fields. Over there, we've got the salt production, road salt, fine coarse salt, table salt, stuff like that. And we've got the grape production mod right here that makes sparkling wine and non-sparkling wine, because we can't say the CH word. As an ex-chef of 15 years, you have no idea how much that annoys me. But true to them, that's where it came from. Here we go. So we're gonna go on the road right to the here, drive past the liquid manure dryer that makes fertilizer, all that sorts of stuff for me, lime, things like that, and then moves on into the BGA Extreme. I had the extra money, I don't need the speed, but why not? It'll get it done in like 2 minutes. And dump. Wait for it. Done. Cool. So now he's done, or she's done. I needed to show the liquid manure dryer. So we do not have any more herbicide, and I use the herbicide for the seeds. Yes, seeds. So I turn 1,000 wheat and some herbicide into 1,500 seeds. So instead of the usual 1-to-1 ratio, I'm able to get a 1 to 1.5. So an extra 50% boost just by adding a bit of herbicide. And the other one also needed water. So that kind of annoyed me also a little bit too much. The raspberry garden, they use seeds. We've got the wood distributor, which I used to begin with by chopping down trees and then dumping it into here to feed the 2 sawmills I've got. I'll show you in a second. Instead of just feeding this some seeds, some liquid fertilizer, or whatever it may be, and it will distribute out to both of the sawmills, which are the one on the map right here, pumping out. We'll have to do some of that in the next episode, I think, as well as some of that temple. We'll have to check that out as we finish off. We've got the salt marsh and then the road salt production. What else have we got? Anything that we should definitely touch on? Oh, these ones you're probably curious about. These are placed on the actual spawning at the chickens to get the eggs out to everything it needs to be. And it doesn't need to be activated, the mod, for them to actually still distribute and all that. Even though it doesn't cost you any money, it's just saving me time as I've done it 100 billion trillion gazillion times already, along with the milk and the wool. Goat milk, that is. Sugar mill, constantly, always have enough, but I use the sugar beet for TMR, biogas, all that sorts of stuff, just to spice things up a little bit. We've got the specialized bakery, making cheesecake, soybean. What else we got? We got the pig food. I might swap this out for another one that'll allow me to use a lot more different types, but we'll see how we go. The oil mill is not the original base one. It's the modded one for the fact that it allows the grapeseed oil from the Grape mod pack, which is absolutely fantastic. The LPS mod is really fun, really simple. You just have a little car right here that you can just pick up mail from that to the right of us or from the post office building itself, and you can like deliver it to letterboxes and all sorts of stuff. My letterbox I've actually got just down the road here. Won't be too long. You can probably even see it right where the cursor is, right there. There we go. And we can just, it doesn't pay that much. I think it's like 50 cents to the liter or something. I think it was like 540 bucks for 1,000 liters, something like that. But the manure, pretty sure we can turn these ones all off as I've kind of explained them. The potato processing, we definitely need to get some potato chips back online. Still got a bit of olive oil, lots of sunflower oil. The soup factory, not too worried about the carrot soup, to be honest. I usually use the carrots for the processed food factory to make the food carrots. I also do this one for the salads. Anything rice-wise, I turn it into flour, as nothing production-wise uses rice oil itself. And I think I have talked plenty enough, or we got the fuel production for the coffee. It's the coffee roaster, as well as the greenhouse itself that takes water and some liquid fertilizer. So this one takes the diesel. So I just turn some corn into dried corn and then the dried corn into the diesel itself. I'm pretty sure that is just about it. There's the crawfish, the Bioplastics Factory. I'm sure we'll all get stuck into. Make sure you stick around by liking, commenting, you know that algorithm of YouTube. Subscribe with that bell icon if you want to see more. Make sure you stay sharp till next time, as I'm super keen to get stuck into harvesting more of this. So what do we had? We had the barley and the spinach. Next one we got wheat, peas, and oat. Oh, canola. So we've got 4 next month. So yeah, make sure you stick around, otherwise you are gonna miss out. That'd be no bueno. Make sure you stick around. See ya. Bye.